But she created a community of haters, right? Because now it's I hate Aisha, I hate Mecca, I hate Selena, I hate all of them. And I hate them because they talk too much. But you been knew this. They started their platforms talking a whole lot.
Hello guys, and welcome to What's on Mandisa's Mind. Today, I want to talk to you about the Super 5. Now, if you're not on TikTok chronically like I am, you may not know exactly who I'm talking about. For the last day or two, I have seen this Super 5 moniker running around. And then I saw this. As you can see, this is the Avengers poster, reimagined with who have been termed the Super 5, even though there's clearly more than 5 people on the poster. And I'm here to walk you through the story with as much understanding as I have. Now, if you are on commentary TikTok, you know, where people yapping talk, you probably know a few of the characters I'm going to talk about today. First up, we have Mecca. Now, Mecca is a TikToker that I've seen on my For You page often, quite a lot actually. And she basically does the brand of commentary where it's very off the cuff, personality driven. This is what I think about a whole range of things, right? Ranging from politics, and, social justice all the way to what's happening, what's trending, what's popular. And she exists in a world with some friends that she has, some that she's known personally, like our second candidate, Jamila. Now, Jamila also makes a very sort of yapping, casual brand, but also very funny, right? She does some dancing skits, she's very funny. And then we also have in this lineup Alexis, and Alexis is also in the same vein, but she also brings with her, that she works in luxury retail, but also that she had weight loss surgery. It is not the center of her content by any means, but I'm just trying to help you differentiate our characters, right? We have Mecca, who's really seen as the leader. She's a business owner for a beauty spa. And I'll get into why this is important. You have Jamila, who's been Mecca's friend for many years, who also has a platform in her own right. You have Alexis, who actually recently got banned and reinstated, and I'm going to tell you about why as well. You also have a few other characters in play here. You have people like Selena, right? You have who has been coined the Thanos of TikTok, who is Aisha. You have Dev the Menace, who made this video right here. An amazing dance, by the way. And a few other people. We have Bougie Brown Skin as well, who also does very sort of chatty, really cool, really fun videos. Now, I don't follow all these people, but they are always on my For You page, I must say, and I find them varying degrees of entertaining, and I, agree or disagree with their takes, but I generally scroll. I'll take in the take, I'll laugh if I laugh, but I can't say that I have interacted widely with any of these creators. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Mandisa, why are you telling me this? Why are you naming all these people, and there's still more people on the poster that you have not covered? All of this is true. And this is also because I'm not really well versed in everyone. There are these main groups of people. Let me show you who some people think are in the Super 5.
So first of all, I think the Super 5 is Courtney J, Alexis, Selena, Aisha, and Mecca. People are throwing Jamila in there. But the people that I think she meant when she was talking about Super 5 are the people who people seem to just really hate.
Who the Super 5 are varies depending on who you are and what your For You page is, right? So please let me know who you think is the Super 5. Let me know. But now let me tell you how we got here. I'm going to take you back a few weeks now, right? These stories are going to seem unrelated, but come with me. Our first character is not somebody who's in the Super 5, but actually a lady named Slim Kim who said this.
My favorite thing to be is skinny. And I fear you cannot say that out loud, but it is my favorite thing to be, and it is my favorite fear to not be.
Of course, this was met with a lot of outrage, right? And Mecca and Alexis both didn't give the responses that I think people wanted or expected. So they both have lost weight. They come from different weight loss journeys. And with Alexis having done surgery and Mecca having, just done it the workout, change your lifestyle way. But they both had a similar message in that they understand why somebody would say they prefer to be thin in a world that is fat phobic. And I think their delivery wasn't really much enjoyed. I remember a lot of pushback, but I don't remember feeling outraged when I saw either of their videos initially. But Alexis's videos, actually, she ended up getting her banned because people were so upset with what she was saying. They were going back and forth with her. She was reported. She was banned. But she came back. She's back on TikTok. And that was just the one thing that happened. Another thing that happened is that Courtney J, who I also haven't introduced you to, but she's also on the poster, she made a video. So people were talking about trans women, and she made a video stating that trans women need to tell men that they're trans in order to avoid violence. Of course, this was met with pushback, because if it was easy to avoid violence, which statistics show is not, right, gender-based violence specifically, I think we'd all be partaking in whatever that behavior is. She was called in, she was called out, and eventually she did come forward and apologize. She was actually at a point banned, but she also made it back on the platform. And I'm happy to tell you that is a lot of the backstory. It is not why we have the name Super 5, but it is a lot of the backstory. So I'm going to introduce you to a new character named Shauna. Now, our friend Shauna also makes content. She does some Sims content as well. And again, I don't really follow many of these people, but she has a strong following of her own. Let her tell you what happened between herself and another creator that I introduced you to earlier, Thanos of TikTok herself, Aisha.
Mind you, I'm autistic, made a video saying that, wanting to be skinny is rooted in being white and white supremacy, like all the rest of them was saying. And so I commented and asked her, how is skinniness related to being white? Which resulted in me being blocked. So I went over to my other page and I commented like, hey, I see you blocked me. I hope I didn't offend you or anything. I hate to know that you did that. I really enjoy your content. Be blessed, babe. Sending you love. My intent was to hopefully be able to talk it out, because I also saw her as someone whose content I enjoyed. And that's when she made the video saying that I was an annoying bitch, and it escalated from there. Then Selena jumped in for absolutely no reason, blocks me after I respond to her, and then continued to make 3 additional videos.
This all began because she made a content asking for clarity about the Slim Kim and I like to be thin controversy, was then subsequently blocked by Aisha, reached out to Aisha on a different account, leading to Aisha feeling weird about somebody who she has blocked insisting on speaking to her, which led to the other parts of the Super 5 coming out in her defense, which ultimately led to her saying this.
I hope all their accounts get banned, if I'm being honest. Truly. The whole Super 5. And y'all know exactly which ones I'm talking about. I'm tired of it.
And thus, the Super 5 were born, using their powers of yapping. Mecca, Jamila, Alexis, Aisha, and Courtney J have dedicated their lives to talking on TikTok and having fun while doing it. This has now led to several people coming out talking about being blocked by Aisha, people talking about parasocial relationships, people pushing back, saying it's not parasocial at all. To feel emotion about being blocked by a creator you thought you had a connection to. This has also led to many people coming out basically to say, you know what, we actually don't like these people. I swear, that is the crux of it. They don't like not only these particular people, but it also goes up to not liking this particular genre within TikTok. And just when I thought to myself, Interesting. Jackie Aina makes a video.
But currently, discourse taking place about a group of TikTok creators that I personally have had not great experiences with. Now, I am not a fan of dogpiling on creators because I understand how it feels to be dogpiled on. A couple months ago, y'all dragged me for filth. So basically, I was accused of going on a mass blocking spree. There's one particular creator that was in this group that's currently being discussed right now. I basically told her audience that I blocked her after she made a video defending me. Now, what that creator failed to tell y'all was that, yeah, I blocked her 3 months before that exchange. I would occasionally engage with the content, scroll on, keep it pushing until I saw something that I didn't like. It was definitely something about me specifically. She was making fun of me. There's really no other way to say it. And I blocked her.
And I'm not gonna lie, because I don't follow all of these creators, I only see these things in bits and bobs. I didn't see the initial video where she was defending Jackie. Now, if it happened exactly the way she says, I think that's a fair critique coming from Jackie. Why pretend the blocking happened later than it did? As opposed to just owning up to the fact that maybe you guys were just not mutuals. You guys were never following each other, or you were blocked a long time ago. She didn't even have to bring it up at all.
Well, this is awkward. Yes, I've seen the video made by Jackie Aina. Yes, I will be responding. There was an 8-minute video made about me. So please forgive me if I don't rush to make a response on TikTok. I think that's irresponsible.
These wacky Wednesday gap sessions are just me telling you what happened, telling you how I feel about it, and hoping you will tell me how you feel about it. So this is how I feel about it. I think all of this is a symptom of the fact that we are all different people. I think with the rise of popularity, the sheer number of followers that these super fives plus have can only ever lead to major support, but also, a lot of pushback and a lot of dislike. Some might even call it a hate train. I don't know about all that. I do think it's also valid to criticize the media and content we are exposed to. I think it's also fair when people talk about how some people will just take what these creators say as gospel. But is that the creator's fault? Also, all of this is just funny. I think a lot of people that are involved in this are of great sense in humor. I mean, the Super Five themselves all used this poster apparently as their profile pictures at a point. I wouldn't know. I didn't see it. And I think my takeaway is that the Super Five is going to be fine. Shauna will be fine. And if anybody gets deplatformed, they'll be fine. They'll be fine in the sense that hopefully they will have parlayed the success into other social media sites or businesses, or maybe they still have their 9 to 5. Another sticking point, I think, is Shauna talking about her abandonment issues being triggered by being blocked. I think how she feels is valid. It is her trauma. But I also feel that we as individuals also need to look at how we react to things, seeing our triggers and trying to get help. And I know I'm saying that and not everybody has access to help. So this is not me downplaying the fact that access to mental health care is hard for many people. But what I am saying is, if social media is a trigger to you, you should maybe consider not being on it or limiting how much you interact with it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this more low-key, low-effort, no-script type of style. Because not everything I think about can be turned into a video, like a long-form video. But not everything even deserves it. I might make a video on parasocial relationships though.
Parasocial relationships, they're scary for real, especially when people feel like y'all are friends and you've never met, or they feel like you owe them something.
That might happen, but you'll be the first to know if I do. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Look out for Friday's video as usual. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm watching videos about the Super 5 thing, and I'm thinking about it.
And none of this would have happened if I didn't block that girl.